So a common concern that I hear about comes to me in the clinic from all different people, men, women, different races, you name it, are the dark circles that kind of appear under the eyes. So there's a lot of different reasons that can occur, and that's what I start talking about with the patient, because discovering what is the reason is, obviously going to be the most focused way to get to a result. So one of the common reasons for dark circles is actually genetics. And that's a hard one, because if it is genetics, there's not very much you can really do, although there are some things you can do to try to minimize the dark or the kind of purplish discoloration or brown discoloration. Those are the two different colors or pigments that under eye circles can take. So certain races are more prone to hyperpigmentation, so it's actual brown melanin that is more heavily deposited under the eyes. Has nothing to do with hydration or stress or any of the other things that I'll talk about that can also lead to dark circles. In that scenario, that's a harder one to really alter, although there can be some things that you can use as products to try to brighten that. Not to bleach it, but to actually just hydrate the cells so they're less likely to be as dark. The other pigment is kind of a blue-purple, and that's actually when the skin is lighter in color and the light is passing through, and we call it the Tyndall effect, as the blue color of the veins is showing through the thin skin of the eyelid, which is our thinnest skin, most delicate skin of the body. So again, if you plump up the cells, if you can make them filled up with fluid where that Tyndall effect is minimized, because the skin itself is just thicker, you're not going to see the purple as much. Maybe a little bit, it'll be a lot better. So things that can do that include any kind of super hydrating serums, like vitamin C serum is great for that, one of my favorites, and then hyaluronic acid serum is also really key. You can also combine a couple things, not just those two ingredients, but if you can combine that with caffeine, it will actually constrict those vessels, so you get an instant lightening of that purplish color. It won't do a whole lot for brown, but it will decrease vessels in any skin type, so that could be also a complicating factor, so it can still work. So adding caffeine, and then also adding that barrier, moisturizing surface barrier, so that you don't get evaporation, so that whatever hydration that you achieve with these other serums, you don't lose it in an hour. You have staying power with an eye cream or an eye serum or an eye complex that can combine those things, and then you get your full effects of all those ingredients, which is what I'm working on right now with a new product. So it's kind of a caffeine infused, a little bit of anti-inflammatory oils from Hawaii. I'm working on a combination of that with hyaluronic acid, green tea antioxidants, and resveratrol, which is the really potent antioxidant in the red grape. So all these things kind of come together with hydration, constriction of vessels, and then just really that barrier to seal it in. So you have it as far as, when you apply this every morning, you're good for the day. You can reapply at night. So that's what I do as far as the pigment, purple and brown relation to dark circles. Other things though can be more internal issues, like you're just incredibly dehydrated. Your whole body, you're not really eating well, you're not sleeping well, you're definitely not drinking enough. That kind of awareness, if you can change those things, if you can exercise more and get better circulation in general, so when you get that fluid in your system, you're getting, all of your tissues are getting infused with that fluid, that's going to help your eyes as well as your whole body. But that simple thing can make a huge difference. So you don't necessarily need a product if that's the only reason, but definitely the product will get you started in the right direction. And then doing these more kind of holistic improvements with your body and your health is going to really be important. And like back to, not getting enough sleep, definitely that's an issue with a combination of things. Dehydration is one, but sleeping is where your body fixes itself. It's the healing time, and that really goes a long way with skincare. People don't really recognize that your skin needs time to recover no matter what. And the studies I've been reading on this are any less than 7 hours a night is not enough time to recover and repair most of your organ systems, but that includes the skin. So sleep well, drink and eat well, and exercise, and then use a really good combination of things that I mentioned that is going to really kind of seal the deal and help you with staying power through the day. The last thing I want to just mention is stress. Definitely that can take a toll on a lot of different things as well, but the eyes show it because of that thin, delicate skin. Not a lot can be done about stress. There's a lot of things that people will try, and I always talk about that. I spend a lot of time going over a person's, maybe where they are in their life, if there's something going on that they might benefit from talking to someone or joining a group to discuss the stressful things, maybe changing their job or moving to a different place. There can be some big life changes that can, of course, help with stress depending on what it is. Realistic, that can't always be, completely fixed. But what we can do are these things to improve our health and improve the chances that our body can bounce back and our skin can tolerate all the things the world throws at us.